Hi folks, how's it going? So a few people have asked me to do a how'd you do that video with some tips and some suggestions of how I did my 2 weeks in Frontenac Park and how I might suggest other people might be able to do the same thing. So I've taken down a few of the questions that I got either when I was on the trail or on Facebook or on my YouTube channel. So let's go over a few of those. First and most common question I got was why? Well, it came to me because I was on a trip last year, October 2020, which seems eons ago, and I was sitting there at campsite 10C, I think, and I was looking at the map and I thought, wow, there's 13 campsites here. That would be a perfect 2-week trip. So the idea was born there, and I just kind of ran with it. The second most common question that I have got is, are you fucking crazy? And, well, could be. I don't know. I've never been tested. The next most common question is, how did I carry that much food? Well, I didn't. I made all the food that I took, I put it in a box, and I kept it at the office, and went back on day 3 and on day 7 for resupply. If you have a car though, and if you park at Big Salmon parking, you can go and resupply there as long as you have no perishable foods. And then you can go back to your car at Big Salmon parking lot, and then this will also come in handy later, and you can move the car at day 8. So I dehydrated a lot of my own foods. I'll show you a clip here. Also combined home dehydrated foods with Thrive Life freeze-dried meats. So I had some beef, some chicken, and some freeze-dried egg powder. I also took packets of tuna for 4 different types of protein sources. And then I mixed those with dehydrated vegetables and pastas. You want to make sure that you have a variety of foods with you. You also need probably 2 to 3 times the amount of calories that you normally consume in a day just sitting around watching television or just out walking the dog, because you're carrying quite a lot of weight on your back, and the terrain also makes it that you're burning more calories. I also had, for snacks, I had dried apple chips and freeze-dried cheese. For lunches on the trail, I had wild Zora bars and RX bars, which I later found out may contain wheat, just probably from the processing line, so I'm not going to be eating those anymore, of course, but I also had some fruit bars. So everything that I had pretty much was something that is high in nutrients, high in calories, and was gonna just keep me going. Next question was, how did you manage to get the reservations? This was a pretty common question while I was on the trail, because as anybody knows, in the past couple of years with this continually ongoing pandemic, which right now is raging through Ontario and has me absolutely terrified to get it, here's a trick. and I don't remember where I heard this, but I probably saw it on the interwebs somewhere. You can start making reservations 5 months from the start of your trip. So I got up the day before 5 months of the start of my trip, and on just the first day, make a dummy reservation. So I just started and I just picked a day that had a campsite open. I picked that day, the Saturday, but I'm actually going to start on my trip on a Sunday. So I just picked the Saturday and then went down and picked all of the campsites in order that I wanted. And then a few weeks later, I canceled my day one. The cancellation charge is less than not showing up for your day one, or for actually going on your day one and then messing up the whole sequence. Next question that I got was, how did I cook? Well, I don't know that what I did you could actually call cooking, because all I had with me was dehydrated food or packaged food for snacks. So for breakfasts in the morning and my dinner in the evening, I had dehydrated and freeze-dried foods. In the morning, I alternated either oatmeal or eggs with bacon bits, and in the evenings, I alternated the chicken, beef, or tuna. So I would just put the dehydrated food in the toques. In here, pour in some water, rehydrate it for 15-20 minutes, and then put it on the stove to heat it up for maybe 3 minutes. So I have the toques. This is a 750 toques. I have this BRS knockoff, least expensive stove that you can get. This one I got a few years ago, I think 2017, so I've been using it since then. Works great. The BRS stove on Amazon.ca in Canada, I think is $26, something like that. I don't know what it weighs, but it weighs hardly anything. The toques I got on the internet for, I don't know, $50 or something. A lot of gear in Canada is crazy expensive compared to what it is in the US. It's probably going to cost anywhere from in some cases, twice as much in Canada than it does in the US. I think these are $30 in the US, the toques cups, and in Canada they can be anywhere from $50 to, I've seen it as much as $80 for 750 mil. I used I had a larger one of these that I used for the first week that I had partially used on previous trips. And then the second week I had just one of these, and it lasted me the 7 days, because all I was doing was boiling water for tea in the morning and heating up my eggs or oatmeal, and then in the evening just heating up my meal. So I want not actually cooking anything. Dollarama lighter, homemade windscreen, and that's pretty much my cook system. Cooking. My mug that I used for my tea is just a double-walled insulated mug, and because I drink loose leaf tea, I use this silicone, crazy lightweight tea infuser. Toiletries. I have this lightweight, and this is my food bag. This is a Northern Ultralight, which is a Canadian company. Northern Ultralight DCF bag. Super, super, super lightweight. Yeah, ultralight. And I got the 3 set of bags with a extra large, medium, and extra small. I think this one is. I just use this one for my toiletries. I also had toiletries, my pea cloth. This one is made by I think it's Circe Care Piss Off cloth, and for pooping. I have these toilet paper tablets, which I got from CanadianPreparedness.com. Also for water filtration, I have these 3 items. Oops. I have the Frontenac Outdoors. This is the 2-liter Vecto. So I use this to collect the water and carry water if I have to carry. And then I have the VersaFlow Hydro Blue. So this just connects to this. I'll show you a clip here. And then I have the very, very lightweight collapsible 1-liter Frontenac. What's this one called? Vesica. So I use this for my drinking water. Only put clean water in this bottle, and then I have a Smart Water bottle sport cap on here. It comes with a different cap, but it's easier to drink this floppy bottle from the sport cap. And then I have a Smart Water bottle. This is a 700 ml bottle that I keep just so I have more than 1 liter of drinking water. So these are only clean water. This is dirty water, and I filter from that. For my sleep system, I have a Thermarest Parsec 20, which is a 20 degree Fahrenheit or -6 degree Celsius bag. I got it earlier this year, and the first time I used it was for this particular trip. It's a little bit heavier than advertised. I can't remember what I weighed it at, but that's in one of my other videos. I'll put a link to all of my other videos for like gear and stuff. I'll link all of those in the description below. So I had the Thermarest Parsec and a Thermarest X-Lite women's. I started out with the women's one first. It failed, so then I bought a second Thermarest X-Lite, which straight out of the box failed. So then I ended up with a loaner sleeping mat from Eric at Frontenac Outfitters. Again, bless you, Eric. I would have probably died on that trip or I would have had to call the trip had I not been able to borrow that Cabela's Instinct sleeping mat from him. It's a little bit heavier than the others. The women's X-Lite was 12 ounces with an R value of 5.4. The small X-Lite, I can't remember what the weight is. It's probably about the same, 12 ounces. R value, I'm not sure because it never inflated. Yeah. The R value on the Cabela's, I'm not sure what that is, but the weight is like 1.5 pounds. So it's quite a bit heavier than an ultralight. It's lightweight, but it's not ultralight. But it was warm, it was comfortable. So I might just end up going to get one of those. So my tent, Durston Gear X-Mid 1 person, which I love and hate at the same time. I'm still trying to figure out a perfect pitch. I haven't worked that out yet. Whether it's me or the tent, no idea, but I'll get it sorted out. I also have the Black Diamond, because it is a trekking pole tent, the Durston tent, so you have to have trekking poles. So the women's Distance FLZ 105 to 125 centimeter trekking poles. My pack was a Durston Gear 40 liter, so it's DD40L, which I did really, really, really love. It took off, crap. Excuse me a moment. Pack, the DD40L, which I really loved. My other pack is a Mountain Equipment Company 55 liter with a full frame. So with that full frame and just the construction of the pack, the materials that it's made with, mech pack is almost 4 pounds. I think it's like 3 pounds 8.8 something, so it's pretty much a 4-pound pack. The Durston 40 liter is a 2-pound pack, so right there you shave off 2 pounds of weight that you're carrying. And then the front pack, which I had to carry a few extra days worth of food when I was doing a 7-day carry from day 7 through day 14. I had a front pack, I think, for 3 days. That one was just one I paid $5 for it from Tent City. I don't know how many years ago, like a decade or more. Yeah, definitely more than a decade ago. And it weighs just a few ounces. So electronics and camera equipment. I'm now using my GoPro Hero 9, or no, mine's an 8. I'm filming right now with it, so I had that with me. And this Canon, what's the SX620HS. I had this just for zooming. It has crazy amount of zoom. I think it's 20.2 megapixels, and I think it has 26x zoom, which is crazy. The GoPro, of course, does not zoom. It's a digital zoom, and it only goes in 2x, which is nothing. This gets in crazy close. There's a few shots where I'll put a clip and I can just get so close with this camera. I really like it. It's lightweight. It takes amazing photos, but for video, it sounds like an old-timey film camera, which is ridiculous. You'd think they'd be able to do something about that, but on video, I can actually hear the camera running. So if you go with something like this, I would suggest that this is B-roll. The sound is louder than it is on the GoPro, but loud is not always better. It's not very clear, and there's camera noise on video when taking with this. So this is B-roll, and then the GoPro is my primary camera. Also, I have the Joby tripod, which when I can, I just have it in my hip belt, and then I can just take video hands-free while I'm hiking. I also had 2 Nightcore 10,000 milliamp hour battery chargers. Why 2 10,000s and not 120? Well, because 2 10s weigh less than 120, and the 20,000 milliamp hours are not allowed on planes. And next year I'm planning, hopefully pandemic budgeting and vacation time willing, I'm planning a 2-week trip in Ireland. So I want to be able to take my battery pack, because we'll be tramping around Ireland for a couple of weeks. What else was there? Oh yes, my other electronics, my Zoleo. I didn't need this while I was in the park. Most days in Frontenac Park, I had a phone service, except for 9, 10, and part of 11. So I could have used this, and I told my sister, if you ever can't reach me on my phone, just send me a message on Zoleo. I turn it on at nighttime. So it depends on which carrier you have and where their cell towers are, I guess. But most of the time I had cell service in the park. Let's see. What else? Okay. So this might end up being 2 videos, but let's go through the different each day and how long it took and the kilometer count for that day. And I might just clip this and do a 2-parter. Hi, Sandy. Say hi, Sandy.